Okay guys, RPW here, and today is going to be a little bit different. I planned on doing reviews on Fridays of dragons and riders and maybe even some bases in the future. But because there is some major changes coming to the game, I kind of wanted to discuss that with everyone. If you don't already follow War Dragons on Twitch, this might be a great time to start, because in this Twitch format, they generally will share a lot of really cool information in their live streams, especially when PG Coffee decides to stop and visit. So definitely go and check it out. You can download Twitch and watch these videos live from your phone and really get a lot of cool information. And at the same time, they usually give away really cool prizes while they do it. So as you'll see here, I took some screenshots of some of the things that they discussed, but I'm going to go ahead and go over each of the details with you as to what I understood it as, and we'll just kind of go through everything that they said might be coming, and well, actually will be coming. Some good, some bad. It depends on how you look at it. I like change, so I see it all as good, but there will be some members that won't be 100% happy. So let's get this started. Okay, so the first thing is the cadence of events. You guys need to know that that is not going to change. We will still have one feeding event per season, for example, and the minor events, they explain what minor events are, will be as they were before. So the minor events, of course, being the feeding, the fortification, and the breeding event. So he explains that if you kind of look at this triangle here, on the left-hand side, this is the feeding event, and that is like the beginning of a new season. So they generally try to start out a season with a feeding event, and then they work their way up and then back down, and then once you get to the next feeding event, that is when a new season begins. Now the reason they do this is because PvPs can usually be pretty high intensity, and they want to give us something that's a little more laxed in between. So the cadence itself will stay the same. It'll still be the feeding, fortification, PvP, breeding, PvP, fortification, etc. So it's still going to be the same. Now, one of the things that he went over is that he's gotten many complaints, or he's seen a lot of interaction where people complain that the minor events seem to go too quickly for them. And that would be things like the fortification, the breeding, and the feeding events. They're like, look, I'm done within the first 3 days, and then it's boring. So I wish there was more to do. So he heard those complaints, and for those teams and players out there, I think they've come up with a really great way to make it a little more interactive during these times. So this is called Team Quests. Now, I think this is really awesome, guys. If you notice on the left-hand side, it says Team Chest Level 1 of 10, and underneath of it are these coins with little stars on them, and it says 0 of 1,000. And to the right of it is the menu where you can actually earn rewards for doing specific things in your team. Like sending, in the first one, for example, sending 1,000 food to a teammate 5 different times, defending 15 bases of any type, etc. So you're going to be able to utilize this to not only earn your own personal rewards, but build up the coins for your team and earn these awesome chests. He said these particular things that you see here may not be exactly the same. They're still trying to figure that up, but we will see this in the next event coming up. Now, if you'll notice right here on the left-hand side, the chest is now at the level 10 chest. So you're going to be able to not only earn a chest, but there's going to be 10 different chest levels that you can earn as a team by completing these team missions or these team quests together. So this is going to be a great way during the fortification event to earn extra tokens, rune dust, or whatever. And I think it'll be really an awesome way to get some extra goodies. So that's the first change that's coming, and I think it's pretty exciting. But some of the other changes that will be here may not make everyone happy. So let's go over that. So what they tried to explain is there are going to be some key elements of change that have got to happen for the health of this game, which means there will be some new major events, and there will be some retiring of some old events. Now, I guess there used to be a bonus meter variation in events, and they took those away. That must have been before I began, but they will be trying to bring those back here soon, so keep your eye on that. But let's go ahead and talk about retiring the old events. Yes, you've heard the rumors, and it's right. King of the Hill will be ending, and I know there are a lot of players super upset about this, but their reasons are not terrible. Now, for those of us that are somewhat new, we don't really know too much about the King of the Hill because I think since I've been playing, it's showed up twice, and that's been 7 months now. So this event is kind of cool, but I really haven't got to play with it much. There will be one more chance to play King of the Hill, which will be not this next week, but the following week, and I guess they're going to have a retirement party. So there might be some extra goodies and prizes, so be sure not to miss it. But the reason they're taking this out is because the coding for this event is not stable within the War Dragons game. And the coding and so forth changes as they upgrade this game and so forth, which is what we want as players. So I believe from the way he talked, they're trying to bring in games that are similar to the ones we like and that are going to be challenging and fun and really bring us a lot of points. So let's kind of go over some of the big changes when it comes to these events. So what they want to do is retire old events and start bringing in new events. So for example, he explained that capture the flag is too similar to the fight pits, and what he means by that is it's super intense. You know, he likes to have a super intense one for us, but they don't want to constantly have us on one of that nature. So unlikely we will ever see capture the flag again. Same with Conquer the World. He feels that the strategy and the personal impact on your team's achievement isn't really strong enough, and again, the coding for this game is not very stable. So again, this will be another game we will unlikely see again. And then, of course, King of the Hill. Not only is it unstable, but the new coming event is very similar. So they will be having a retirement party when it appears on April the 4th. But it will likely never show up again after that. So it will officially be leaving. And as for the Team Gauntlet, it is on this list, but it's not necessarily retiring anytime soon because as of right now, it's still doing okay within the events. But that is something that we could see change out, let's say, in the fall season. So that is something that you guys will see definitely going away. Now, when it comes to the events coming in the future, these events have not been announced yet, but they do plan to do some live video feed of explaining what event it is and kind of revealing it to us. It'll either be on Twitch Live or it's going to be on YouTube or Facebook. I'm not for sure which yet, but those will be coming up. He said that one of the new events should come this spring season, but we have no idea what they are and when exactly they will be here. So just hang tight. Once it has been announced, I will make a video on the next one. So you're going to be able to expect by the summer season seeing at least 2 more events coming our way, which means the cadence won't be affected by too much, but they are going to keep, for example, the fight pits and Team Gauntlet for now. And then, of course, we'll have all of our minor events, which is the feeding, the breeding, and the fortification events. So be sure you save back and prepare for those. Those will not be going anywhere. Now, I don't think they're changing and adding anything when it comes to minor events. They will all be PvP or what they call major events. Now, when it comes to King of the Hill leaving, try not to get too upset because they did announce that it's going to be very similar, the one that they're bringing into its place as the King of the Hill. So when it comes to the departure of that event, try not to be too upset about it because you might like it even better. So if it's got a lot of similarities, that means it's probably going to have the raid button and it's probably going to have shields, but it's just going to be completely different. However, you must also know that when we do have the last King of the Hill coming up, all of the shields that you get and so forth will no longer be dropped in chests because they don't want everybody to have a bunch of these resources left over. But they also want to let you know that if you do have those, go all out. Use them all up because those will be irrelevant after that ends. So it's going to be a definite challenge for some teams if they have a bunch of players that never really did King of the Hill or somebody that used up all their resources last round. So it will be an interesting way to see how that one turns out. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. But anyways, it will be leaving, but like they said, they will be bringing back a similar one to that. And we've got to be understanding to this, guys. If it's going to affect the health of this game, especially as it continues to progress, I mean, we're just going to continue to have more and more complaints about issues within the game. So stay calm, relax, and let's just give them a chance and see what happens. I mean, realistically, all we can do is wait and find out what is coming in the future anyhow. Now, guys, that is it really when it comes to the changes coming in the future. I hope that this video helped clear up any rumors or anything that you've heard coming in the future. Now, guys, don't forget, if you go subscribe to them on Twitch, download the game. Download the app. It is a free app, and you can kind of get some insider stuff as well. Now, in the future, when they release more information, they said that there will be some things on their blog coming. I will do some more, little clips on that. There may be some more that I feature on Talk Dragon Tuesdays coming up next Tuesday, where I actually am planning to have a special guest that I think pretty much everyone knows, so I'm pretty excited. But we might go over some things if they release some other information by then. So be sure to check back for that. But that's today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and maybe next Friday we can do a dragon review instead. Alrighty, guys, I will chat with y'all later. Don't forget to comment below if you have any questions, or if you think I've missed something, be sure to put that down there as well. But don't forget to like my channel, because I really appreciate the support that I'm getting from everyone, and I love the feedback. Now, also, don't forget you can subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell for notifications every time a new video comes up. So happy hunting, we'll see you next time.